I am, and you're listening to Call Me Bodhisattva.
Welcome back. In this video, we embark on a journey to ponder the nature of our reality, as well as delve into the attributes and character of ourselves and those around us. Rather than passing judgment, our intention is to utilize our analytical and discerning minds to seek truth and evolve emotionally, morally, spiritually, and collectively. Let's start with this. If you've never genuinely asked the question, am I crazy? How do you know for certain you're not? Likewise, if you've never asked the question, am I evil? How can you reasonably claim to be good? What about, am I in hell? How can we expect to find any of the existential answers if we're not asking the right questions? Questioning our existence. Are we living in heaven, hell, or perhaps somewhere in between, a realm akin to purgatory? What is the evidence for or against such ideas? If so, why? What have we done or not done to justify our being here? These age-old inquiries have fascinated humanity since the beginning. While we may not have every answer, it is through logical exploration and reflection that we can gain deeper insights into our existence. Heaven. When contemplating God or Source, I envision divine attributes that include love, mercy, compassion, grace, forgiveness, patience, generosity, justice, all-embracing, and humility. Of course, a complete representation of all of the higher virtues. Similarly, when I consider the fundamental behaviors and activities transpiring within the heavenly realm, I imagine emotionally advanced beings adhering to the golden rule and embodying these very same attributes. Purgatory. Purgatory is a complex one to nail down. It's the middle ground with a door both above and below. Who manages this neutral realm? Well, in Catholic theology, purgatory is seen as a temporary state of purification for souls who are destined for heaven. It is believed to be managed by God and serves as a place of cleansing, refinement, and spiritual growth. Such a place would indeed need to maintain neutrality in the laws of governance of its construct, meaning complete freedom to commit kind and loving acts or great acts of cruelty. In Kemet, or ancient Egyptian mythology, Duat is the realm of the afterlife through which the soul must pass after death. It is a complex and multi-layered realm that similarly includes various challenges, judgment, and transformation before reaching the ultimate goal of eternal life, or heaven. Can we rule out the idea that we may be in this middle realm, a purgatory or duat? After all, both good and bad can be found here, both kindness and cruelty. Hell. To describe hell, I almost wish I had a voice like Vincent Price, but for that, you'll have to use your imagination.
This is Vincent Price.
When I think of the ruler of hell, Satan, I imagine his attributes to be evil, cruelty, tempting, deceptive, prideful, egocentric, vengeful, false accuser, disruptor of harmony, tempestuous, selfish, and destructive. Therefore, it seems likely that the governance of his realm would ensure or encourage the same, while simultaneously aiming to keep you captive through manipulation and deception. Moreover, that he would structure things in such a way as to compel your participation and facilitation of this ill will. A realm of trickery, a place of bottomless consumption where life feeds upon life in an unending cycle of suffering, yet cunningly managed as not to alert you to his clever deception. I'd love to hear what you're thinking thus far. Drop a comment down below. Is our current realm, construct, or matrix more akin to heaven, purgatory, or hell? Or have you found other means to explain our current reality matrix? Self-reflection and evaluation. Self-examination is a good place to start. Turning our gaze inward, we can examine our own attributes, character, and mannerisms, which allows us to better understand ourselves. By analyzing the virtues we possess and areas where we may need growth, we can evolve on a personal level. Through self-reflection, we lay the foundation for positive change and alignment with qualities we admire, such as love, kindness, and compassion, lest we stay asleep, only discovering much later that we were not who we thought we were. Perhaps the attributes we have been exemplifying are those of deception, pridefulness, vengeance, lies, discord, instigation, selfishness, egocentricity, and destructiveness. But how will we ever know for certain unless we take a sincere look at ourselves? Evaluating others and the world around us. What experiences might have led the 1978 Nobel laureate Isaac Bashevis Singer to his famous conclusion, "In their behavior toward creatures, all men are Nazis. Human beings see oppression vividly when they're the victims. Otherwise, they victimize blindly and without a thought." This is a powerful statement, even more so when you consider it was coming from a Jew in 1978, just 30 years after the end of World War II. Expanding our contemplation, we extend our analysis to the people and entities that surround us. Friends, family, celebrities, government officials, unelected figures, Nobel laureates, and global corporations all influence us and play a role in shaping our experiences. Without condemnation, we examine their attributes, characters, and actions to gain insights into the broader human condition and systems where we may find ourselves socially or ethically entrenched. I recommend that you take the time and do this activity on your own in order to determine external influences and how they may be affecting you. Critical thinking and seeking truth. Engaging in this exercise requires the use of our analytical and discerning minds. Rather than accepting things at face value, we sincerely strive to discern truth from falsehood and to develop a more nuanced understanding of the world. It is through critical thinking that we can challenge preconceived notions, question societal narratives, and explore alternative perspectives to those we've inherited. This process proves beneficial when aiming to evolve and eliminate our own hypocrisies. The importance of personal growth. The alternative to introspection and discernment is a stagnant existence devoid of personal growth. By seeking to evolve emotionally, morally, and spiritually, we commence a transformative, age-old journey. This video encourages viewers to embrace the inherent human capacity for growth and to align themselves with attributes associated with the highest of virtues: love, kindness, compassion, and humility. Conclusion. By engaging in this sort of thought experiment, self-reflection, evaluating others with empathy, and employing critical thinking, we open the door to personal and collective evolution. Remember, this endeavor is driven by love and the pursuit of truth, allowing us to embark on a path that leads us closer to understanding ourselves and the world we inhabit. In conclusion, I find it reasonable to state that I don't imagine we will find the most disturbing of earthly behaviors in heaven, meaning all forms of cruelty and predation, rape, torture, or murder. Thus, the classification of heaven can reasonably be ruled out for this collective reality we find ourselves in. However, I don't feel confident enough to assert that we are beyond doubt in either purgatory or hell. Both seem possible. It is worth mentioning here that the Christian Bible tells us that Satan is the prince and ruler of this world, which, based on our previously discussed classifications, would suggest we are in hell. John 12:31. Now is the time for judgment on this world. Now the prince of this world will be driven out. Matthew 4:8-9. Again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor. All this I will give you, he said, if you will bow down and worship me. 1 John chapter 2, 15-17. Do not love the world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, love for the Father is not in them. For everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, comes not from the Father, but from the world. The world and its desires pass away, but whoever does the will of God lives forever. This isn't simply religious dogma. These are historical clues alluding to the beliefs of those logicians who were on the narrow path before us. But don't worry, even if we determine with absolute certainty which realm we are in, our goal remains the same. Eliminate our hypocrisy, embrace the highest virtues, to love truly, to become kind, compassionate, and humble. If we embrace the golden rule and treat all sentient beings in the same kindly way that we wish to be treated, then we are on the right path. I want to thank you for being here, wherever here is. I hope this video has made you think, smile, feel less alone, and feel loved. Please like and subscribe for similar thought-provoking content, and until next time, whether here or some transcended realm, stay aware, stay thoughtful, stay kind.